Losers Weepers is the brand new EP from Babygirl, who I am very happy to have join us. Kiki and Cameron, hello. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you for having us.
One thing I gotta say here is I'm a little disappointed. I don't see any OC posters or...
No merch. You know what? They did a cease and desist. We were using too many posters in our interviews.
Yes.
And they were like,
we have been rewatching the OC in between studio breaks, and it's been rejuvenating our angst.
There are only a handful of episodes that I can sit through, quite frankly. I wasn't a huge fan of the OC, but I'll just put it out there. I'm a big fan of Rooney. And boy, when they went on the show, I was like, yes.
Big deal.
Yeah, the way that they tied in the Death Cab appearance, and who was it? The Strokes went on.
They have so many
bunch
Killers,
of cool bands,
a bunch of amazing bands.
That was so awesome.
Good. Yeah, that's the thing. The music culture of the show is what really is so crazy to me.
I think also at a time where we're having like no significant life experiences. I mean, dropping this project is a significant life experience, but in general, we're kind of in a hamster wheel, not doing much new stuff, meeting new people, watching a show like that's just like over crammed with traumatic events. Makes it more eventful.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, something's happening.
We're watching the OC, Riverdale, Glee, like
whatever's gonna numb the pain. Yeah,
drama.
Let's do it.
The drama on Glee is inspiring the next Babygirl album.
Hey, we got the cheerleader on the cover.
I'm shaken. Let's get it out there, people.
It's a hit.
Just before I hit the record button, we were just chatting about what an exciting day it is today. The day that we're doing this is the day of the big release. What are the feelings you guys are going through right now?
Yeah, I mean, all of the feelings, good feelings and bad feelings. I've been saying that it feels like it's a birthday because it's like happy and it's a celebration, but it also feels a little sad and melancholy. And we've had these songs so close to us for so long, and seeing them, appear online and really seeing them for real and not just be, demos in our phone, was definitely like a cool, surreal moment.
When you say sad and melancholy, that makes me sad and melancholy. I feel like this is such a joyful experience. What is there? What are the sad feelings that you're going through?
It's like we've been working on it for so long. As we open the door to let the audience into the project, we have to close ourselves out of it in some way.
It's like a goodbye, but it's like a see you soon. I don't know. It's just like a roller coaster. It's like a lot of really good feelings and a lot of like, what does this all mean? Obviously, hoping people like it, obviously wanting to hear what people think and feeling nervous feelings about that. So it's just kind of a little bit of everything.
I've heard so many different analogies from artists about when they release material. It's like birthing a baby. It seems like you guys have already birthed the baby and the kid's off to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. We're empty nesters from this EP now. It's also like a birthday because the first thing we both ate this morning was cake.
That's true too.
Oh.
To celebrate, it was cake for breakfast.
And now you guys are one of the many artists that have released new music during the start of the great pandemic of the 20s. So congratulations on that.
Thanks. Happy to be a part of it. Also happy to watch it go.
Yes.
To watch this era end. And yeah, I mean, it's good because we did write some of the songs before the pandemic, so it doesn't feel like connected to that. Although I'm sure with it releasing during this time, it will feel connected to it in some ways, but in some ways it doesn't. Yeah,
we hope to some extent it brings like a shred of normalcy to people's days. That some of these songs were not written with the awareness that this would happen.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So some of these not with this awareness, some of them during, would you say? And what were the motivations for those particular songs, or what songs in particular were written during this time?
We did a lot of like the recording and finishing aspects during this time. So a lot of the writing had been done, and then we were just kind of experimenting with the production and getting the vocals right, and some of the like more nitpicky stuff.
From what I understand, this EP, this collection, is kind of addressing or super serving the underdogs, so to speak, as you described. What was going on in your lives during that time for which you felt like this is embodying that type of mentality?
I mean, I think it's been a part of our ethos as a band right from the beginning. One of our first songs, our first song to kind of react that made us want to push forward with the project was a song called Overboard that had this line that said, I'm surrounded by people who were hoping for more. And we feel like that sense of disappointment or like you're somehow not living up to your potential is kind of a through line thematically through all of our work, which is funny because the music itself is us trying to live up to our potential while expressing a feeling that maybe we're not doing that.
But there, you even see people who are, seemingly doing so well and they're not feeling great. And so I think it's also just about, just in general, of your internal dialogue. If you feel like an underdog, it doesn't really matter on the outside how it looks, because it's about what's going on internally that's going to really come through. And I think that's just something that we really like to write about, is just some of the kind of, harder feelings and some of the things that you want to hear in songs, because then it makes you feel like the song is a friend to you, because you're hearing things and you're like, oh yeah, I feel that way too. Thank you for putting words to that. And so, ideally, obviously, we hope that is something that can happen when people hear our songs.
It's interesting that this is the common through line in your music, because You Were in My Dream Last Night, I think, is something that is so universal, where everything is going right in your dream, and then the dog barking or whoever wakes you up, and then you realize, wait a minute, that was a dream.
Yeah.
How fast was that one to put together, craft, and get out there?
Maybe the slowest one on the project.
That one took a long time. Yeah.
It took us a second to figure out how we wanted to approach it, what we wanted to say. And I think it turned out really, like, it struck the balance between sounding very put together and still just sounding like a casual, fluffy pop song, which I'm also a big fan of light, glossy, catchy music. So
we're big Katy Perry fans, and that's something that she was always like, and is always so good at, is just like having those lyrics that are so fun and lighthearted, but then having those lyrics that really just kind of hit you, and having those lyrics almost happen back to back, and not knowing, like, are we having fun? Is this lighthearted, or are we crying? What's going on here? Is this
the true story?
Yeah.
Is it a metaphor? Like making sort of multi-layered, where you can read it at face value and there's a sense of levity, or you can dive in deeper and there's a sense of sadness. And finding a way to make those things coexist in our music, I think, is really meaningful to me, because I find those things coexist in my life in generally.
I'm going to bring it up one more time. I want a Rooney cover from you guys.
Okay. Well, next up. I had never thought that it had to happen, but now I'm going to consider it.
You can do an OC soundtrack cover album, do Not a Surf, do Rooney. Yeah.
I'm into it.
When I see you in person, I'm going to follow up on this.
Okay. You're like, where's the cover album?
Vinyl ready for you.
I'm looking at the set list here. I don't see Rooney.
Yeah.
When we come to San Francisco, we'll add Rooney in the set.
Just for you.
Make sure.
I will tweet you nonstop.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
You will know who it is. Congrats on this EP. It's awesome. I'm digging it. I can't wait to see you guys perform live. Thank you as well for performing for us as well. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
I know that was something special for us, and very much appreciated.
Thank you so much for having us.